me.
Let's go ahead and move
Do
on
it.
to the
Let's do it.
main, the main topic of
Let's do
this
it,
podcast,
man.
and that's Microsoft purchasing Activision Blizzard. Now, I thought this was crazy when I first saw this. I mean, like all last year, we were hearing the shitstorm that was going on over there at Activision Blizzard with all of the fucking charges of racism and sexism and shit. I think was it rape charges and shit too, and
Well,
It was
also
everything, man.
assault,
yeah,
yeah, sexual assault.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, shit is crazy. They just was fucking. They was doing the most over there. They was wilding out, and we were all trying to figure out like what can they possibly do to like recover from this. And when we saw like their stocks going down pretty heavy, people boycotting the shit out of their games. Mark was telling us that Diablo 2 was down to like maybe number 40 or something like that on the list for games on Twitch or something. It was pretty low down there, and they were just trying to throw as many Hail Marys as they possibly could, trying to like revive old shit and like WoW by adding those old servers and stuff like that, trying to get money wherever they could. But it seems like they could not unsink the ship, and they just decided to bail completely and have somebody tow it. And Microsoft was more than willing to pick up that bill. And they paid like, what was it, like 60 billion or some shit?
68.
I would say
billion.
70 billion.
Yeah, damn near $70 billion for this motherfucker. I think it's like around $90 a share or something like that. And this is like exponentially more than what they paid for at Bethesda.
Bethesda
10
was 20.
times. Yeah, times it. Bethesda was 7 or 8. 7
Oh,
or 8,
7?
I believe.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't
This
remember.
is like 10 times as much.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm going to say this, guys. I want to start
70
jumping in.
70 billion. Dude, I thought we talked about how much money they had. I feel like they just dumped every dime they had on this. Anyways, go
they
ahead,
still
Mark.
got more. They got like 100.
I just want to say this, guys. First off, I love that they did this, but let me just get into. So when we talk about who Microsoft is going to acquire, right? We're like, okay, maybe UB, they got Bethesda, but I didn't think that they can pay this much. Like Blizzard Activision was just out of my sights. I didn't even know that this was possible for them to acquire this kind of company, because when we were talking earlier, we were talking about like the top 10 revenue, and Blizzard Activision was in the top 10. They make a shit ton of revenue because they got mobile, they got the King, they got Candy Crush. It's a pretty good umbrella of a company. They make a lot of revenue, but I didn't, in my mind, dude, I couldn't fathom.
Candy Crush?
They got Candy Crush, bro.
King. Yeah.
It's King.
Damn. King is under the Activision umbrella or the Blizzard
Yeah.
umbrella?
Activision.
Well, Activision.
Damn.
But Activision Blizzard is one thing, but
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
But
Yeah.
damn, that's crazy.
It's not a Blizzard developed game though. Yeah.
Yo, Candy
Yeah,
Crush.
but it's under that umbrella. So, dude, it's just crazy to think that Microsoft, dude, they can buy anything, man. Like, can they buy Sony? Like, can they buy Sony?
They buy
I don't think so. Dude, they can. They're literally in the position they can buy whatever they want, and that's a really scary thought that you're able to buy. Because I didn't think that this deal was possible. In my mind, in my limited mind, I didn't think that this was going to happen.
But let me ask you, Mark, why were you excited about it?
This is why I'm excited, because I never have to buy a Blizzard game again. So my relationship with Blizzard is love-hate. I love Blizzard, but they've been fucking up a lot over the years, and it's very comforting that for $14.99 I can get all their shit and I can try it out, because they release a lot of disappointing stuff like Warhammer 3 Reforged, garbage. They released a lot of bullshit, and I just buy into it. You know what I mean? I'm just a fanboy, so I never have to buy a Blizzard game again. I could just sub to Game Pass, which I already like doing. I'm thinking about getting 2 subs for me and my wife going forward, but I never have to buy a Blizzard game again, dude. And it just excites me because I feel like they're at the point where they're just grasping. They're trying to find a way to stay relevant, because all their games are kind of fizzling out. Like Overwatch fizzled out, Diablo kind of fizzling. I feel like Diablo 4 hype is at an all-time low. WoW WoW is at an all-time low. All their games are at an all-time low. So it's kind of like a gamble. Like, do I want to keep playing these games? But with Microsoft, I can keep doing the subscription I already do, and now I get all these Blizzard games. So it's simple for me. I could keep being a Blizzard fanboy, but I don't have to pay to be a Blizzard fanboy. I get that shit. To me, I feel like I get it for free because I already like Game Pass as is.
Yeah.
So this is all just free games, and I don't have to feel torn.
The thing is, though, like with Blizzard games, like so for me, when I first heard this, my first thought was, for one, wow, 70 billion, this is insane. I'm just like, I was just blown away by just that whole notion in general. But then I started thinking at it from like a gamer's perspective, and I was like, what does this really do for me? Like, it doesn't really do anything for me. Like, the closest thing is my first thought.
Specifically?
Me specifically.
Okay.
For me specifically,
right.
As a gamer, what does this really do really for most people? Even not just me, but for most people.
But you can't say most people because the PC market is greater than PlayStation and Xbox combined.
What I mean,
so if you're saying the most people, like, it's hard to say most people when most of their games are PC games. So it's hard to say at most people when their market is PC gamers.
Well, I'll say what I mean by most people is most people who are already playing Activision Blizzard games. That's what I mean by most people. Like, so most people who are already in their ecosystems are already in their ecosystems. So like, I've already purchased WoW. I've already purchased StarCraft. I've already purchased Diablo. Like, these games are already bought and we're already playing in their worlds. So this doesn't really add any new value to me. The only new value that it really adds to me, and I think most people in their world, like even COD players, they already have COD Vanguard. So in the immediate sense, this isn't really like changing much. It's not like with Bethesda, where there's like a whole bunch of catalogs of games that all of a sudden are going to be free on Game Pass. Like, I hadn't played Prey before, just for one example, right? That are just all of a sudden going to become free and are going to constantly be releasing games. I feel like this is very much, in my opinion, more of like a revenue purchase by Microsoft, kind of like what they do with Minecraft, where like they just kept everything running the same as usual, and they just get more money now. They just get more revenue.
But they have a lot of games in their pipeline. Blizzard does. They got Overwatch 2 coming out, and that's a PvE game. That's going to be a pretty big one. They got Diablo 4 coming out. They got the future World of Warcraft expansion.
Blizzard takes years and years, though, man, to like launch a game. They take like many, many years. So it's not like they pump games out yearly. Like, usually Blizzard takes a long time to release a game, dude. Like a long.
Well, of course,
time.
But
so,
I mean,
Activision pumps a COD out every year. So for me, this felt like a COD purchase.
But Activision has a lot of games, though. They got Spyro, they got Crash Bandicoot, they got a lot of games. Activision does,
I guess, but not very popular games. I mean, Spyro's not popular. There's a few people that like it, but it's not anything like Elder Scrolls or it's not exciting. Like, that's not exciting. Spyro.
Well, I mean,
it's not very exciting.
Spyro.
That's just not exciting. That's not news. That's what I mean by exciting. Like, people aren't excited. That's not like in the news, a new Spyro coming out. Like, a new COD coming out, that's newsworthy. Like, a new, Fallout coming out, that's newsworthy. Like, they don't have a lot of those. Blizzard kind of does, but they're very few and far between on their releases. So, and I honestly don't know, man, like, if they're going to make everything on Game Pass as far as like Blizzard games go. I'm not sure necessarily if they will. I don't even.
Their umbrella, it's gonna be on Game Pass, bro.
If it's under their umbrella, it's gonna be on Game Pass.
Yeah,
I think all of them.
I don't know. We'll see.
Game Pass.
The only thing that's questionable is World of Warcraft.
Well, like
in
the subscription fee, right? Like, they're not gonna drop that for Game Pass. I doubt that. I doubt they drop the subscription fee. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I can't imagine them letting you play WoW for free just on your Game Pass subscription alone. But
that'd be revolutionary for a while.
Yeah, it would
bring a lot of people back.
It would definitely, sure. Yeah, I would, maybe possibly give it a try if I don't have to pay anything for it. It's just something, that I just get tagged on. So it's like, okay, why not? Like, if they create another expansion or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, that I'd be like, okay, that's cool.
And then for me personally, like, COD is not really that exciting to me anymore. But I've learned a lot from the last few days that Call of Duty makes the world go round, man. I feel like Call of Duty makes the gaming world go round because everyone is losing their head, losing their mind. And really all it revolves around is Call of Duty. Like if they just bought Blizzard, imagine if Blizzard was a separate company still and it wasn't part of Activision, I don't think people would be like losing their mind.
It's
because those are just like good games that you get to play on Game Pass now. But Call of Duty, this is like some sacred cow that I didn't realize was so important to Sony. And like, I guess we'll get into that more so when we talk about how this affects Sony. But I'm really, really, really blown away by how important Call of Duty is to everyone's ecosystem. And not just Sony. I'm talking about like GameStop. I'm talking about like physical games. Call of Duty this whole week has really opened my eyes to the impact Call of Duty has on just gaming in general. It makes me shiver kind of. I didn't realize it was this big a deal. It makes me, I don't know, it just brings a lot of questions to my mind. Like with monopolies and stuff. Like, can a game get so stinking big that just acquiring it makes you feel like you're closing a market off?
I think it kind of gets like that when you're talking about these games that have just been accessible, like, everywhere. I mean, it was almost like that when you're talking about acquiring Bethesda, you know what I mean? And you're talking about all the Elder Scrolls games and all the Fallout games that have been available everywhere, and now all of a sudden they won't be. You know what I mean? But like Call of Duty is like, it's a lot of people's bread and butter, man. Like they literally just play that game day in and day out, go to competitions.
But here's the thing, guys. I think that you're not thinking about for Call of Duty. Where does Call of Duty make all of its money?
PlayStation.
It makes all of its money on Call of Duty Warzones. And what's Call of Duty Warzones? It's a free game on all platforms. So Call of Duty Warzones makes over 5-6 million a day in revenue. It makes millions a day. So that's where they make all their money. So I feel like they're going to keep wanting to make all their money. But now Microsoft is getting that money instead of Activision. So I don't, all those people who fear that Call of Duty might be an exclusive, I would say rest assured it's not, because they're making millions a day off a free game. Now Microsoft is making that millions instead of Activision. I think that's the only difference. I think Sir Knight touched on this. They just wanted that guaranteed revenue. Call of Duty is just a guaranteed sale. It's like a FIFA. People will buy the box, so they'll get the box sales. People might get a resurgence in the Game Pass when a new game comes out, but they're making all the money from the Warzone, the free to play games.